Mrs. Girot here, and I'm just making a little video here to help those of you who are a little bit behind or learning coaches who might not quite be sure how to figure out what's going on in your student school life. So if you log in, it doesn't matter what class you're in. If you happen to have an art class with me, I have digital arts and image design right now. Both classes are set up essentially the same. If you have this little dilly here, you can just click that arrow and it'll go away. And on the front page, you'll notice that you've got your grade. This overdue thing, ignore. Look right underneath. It says only 12.5% of the topics covered have been completed. In other words, 13 out of 104. So you'll notice that overdue is not accurate. So just ignore that. And then you see that there's some assignment feedback. This student got some feedback from me and has not bothered to read it. How rude. You have an inbox. You can create messages to your teachers through this. This is where your classes are scheduled. And if you ever are not able to get in through here, go to this link right here. Go to Class Connect. That'll get you there. Okay. We're going to click on the grades. This is your grade book, and you'll notice that it'll give you your letter grade that you have. Right now, this student has an F, and you can see what's happened. My class happens to be arranged by the week. So this is week 1. Whoa, that was a while ago, huh? Starting in October. And the student did the orientation quiz, didn't get a perfect score, which tells me that probably was not doing best effort, not really watching that video carefully and doing the quiz at the same time, because they do go hand in hand together. If you're ever taking a quiz in my class, open it up in another window and answer the questions as you go through the content. They go in the same order and all of that jazz. So you should be able to get great grades on the quizzes if you apply yourself. Student hasn't taken the week 1 test, submitted an assignment, yay, and didn't get a perfect score. It is possible to get a perfect score on every assignment. In the drop boxes, I do give you a rubric and tell you exactly how to earn your points. And when I grade it, I will use that rubric to grade it. So if there were some things that you might have been missing on your rubric, I'll probably paste it in there and then in red explain the things that you were missing. So if you're not sure how to do those things, then come and see me in the help room hours and just say, hey, there were some things I wasn't sure how to do. I was wondering if you could show me how. That's what I'm there for. Okay, so then you can see that this student just hasn't done anything for the rest of the block of the class. So let's go into the content, because that's where all the work and stuff's at. And notice that this green check is here. This green check is here because it indicates that that student completed the orientation quiz. Completed 1 out of 1 required topics here in the orientation. There is a recording here that the student is supposed to watch if you were not at the original orientation, and you need to open up the quiz, right click in a new window, and watch the video and take the quiz at the same time, because like I said, they go hand in hand. But if we scroll down the table of contents some more, you'll notice that I've got, like, here's my schedule, here's my contact information, and in week 1, no green checks like we saw here. So that means that things haven't been getting completed. And if you scroll down, you'll notice the things that are completed versus the things that are not completed, okay? And I recommend that when you go inside of a week folder, you click on each subfolder to get the full picture, because not everything opens up when you're just in the major folder. For instance, right here, this K-12 lesson, you can't see anything in that lesson. But if I go to the week 1 lesson and test folder, then when I go in there, everything pops open, including that lesson this week 1 test is based on. Right click, open that in a new window, go through those lessons and take the test at the same time. They go hand in hand, right? And those directions on there try to help to explain you and guide you in the right direction so that you're doing things the way that's going to get you a really good grade. Then click on the week 1 assignment. Okay, Gives you some directions. First thing is to download Inkscape, so if you haven't done that, go ahead and do that. It also gives you the help number, 86K12CARE. I have a lot of students will tell me that they're having some technical issues, but they don't call that number. Hey, that's what that number's there for. Use it. Here we have a video tutorial that will help you to get started on that assignment. Read all the directions, check out the rubric. Okay. Week 2, same thing. So you can see that the student hasn't done the week 2 lesson and test. If they had, there would be check marks here. There was a critique that week that hasn't been finished. So that's how you can go in and see what's been going on. Now, in a class that's not organized by weeks, like in my mind, it's pretty easy to figure out where you're at because of the dates, right? We're in week 6 right now. We know that because today is December 8th. So you should be able to tell it's December 8th. I should have everything up to this point completed, right? The other thing that you can do is you can use this course schedule, and I'm going to go into a different class to demonstrate that. So right above my cursor, there's a little drop-down box where you can use to jump and get to other classes. So for instance, this student has English, and the student is behind in that class as well, has 123 out of 768 topics completed. So let's go into the content. Well, let's go into grades real quick. Be able to see kind of what the grade book looks like. Doesn't look too bad. Got a lot of F's here, especially with the big tickets. 60 points, that's a lot of points to miss out on, and those are unit tests. It's really important to keep up and do every step of the way, so when it comes to the unit test, you're ready to rock and roll. But here's what I recommend. Going into the content, clicking on the course schedule, and remember that overdue didn't look accurate? Yeah, go to the full schedule. Wait a minute for that to upload because it does take a minute. Excellent. So once it's uploaded, now I can start scrolling down and I see check marks. That's good. Lots of stuff getting done there. Perfect. Okay, here's August 23rd, 100% complete. August 24th, uh-oh, dropping the ball. So here's where things start to fall apart, okay? You'll notice that at some point the student is going to pick back up. There we go, 100%. Friday, August 26th, student jumps into class and starts working. But notice it's out of order. So you want to work in order, right? Because everything builds on top of each other, the skills. Here's all of a sudden random few things got done. And that's better than nothing, I'll admit. But I know that myself and probably all teachers would like it if students worked in order because the skills build upon each other, right? So that's kind of my suggestion for you is to use that course schedule, full schedule, so you can really see what's going on. And what's nice about that is that it has the dates. So I can scroll down and see, okay, here is September 19th, right? Here is September 26th. And those dates also correspond with the plan. So you can also go into your plan. And this is set up just for the English class. Go in and show all of your calendars so that you're not just looking at one class. Great. Now I can see everything that I need to do. Today's Thursday. This was everything that I needed to do today. Oops, actually. No, that's on the month view. How about the week view? Here we go. Here's Thursday. If I hover over, says I had 6.07 quiz in math. I'm going to click on that and see what happens. If I go more, will it take me there? Boom, there's the quiz right there. And that was for December 8th, right? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back in and I'm going to look for December 8th in the course schedule. I'm going to see what it says in there. I just scroll down to this oops, that's November. I need to get down to December, huh? It's not going to complete my request. Oh well. I'm pretty sure that in the plan it also had 6.07, so I can probably find 6.07 quiz. I've got to be in math, right? Because that was the math class. So let me find math. Go to the math class. Okay, because when I was looking at that plan, I remember I had all of the classes, so I'm going to go for 6.07. Let me see if I can find it pretty easily. There's Unit 6. And there it is, 6.07 quiz. I bet you this is a video. Oh, no, that's the textbook version. Let's find the video. So I'm using that breadcrumb trail to come back. Let's see if there's a video for 6.07. Okay, what day was today? Today is 12/8, so I'm looking for a recording on 12/8. There it is. There's the recording. Bam, I download that. I watch that, right? Okay, so I got those recordings here. Okay, and I'm doing the 6 point, so I can open up that recording in a new window, right? And then go in here and find the 6.08 quiz. Oh, 6.07, is that what it was? And then I can go ahead and open that up in a new window, and I can take the quiz while I'm watching the video. The teacher's going to show me how to do the problems on the quiz, right? So it kind of makes sense to do it that way. But as you can see, all of these quizzes here have little dots. But the student, the student might be able to do this Unit 6 successfully without having done Unit 5. It's very possible. But it is also possible that the student needs to know what was happening in these other units in order to be successful. Let's see. When am I going to start back up here? There we go. When I get to Unit 3. So the student probably wants to go back and work on Unit 3. Okay, so it looks like this student has done some Unit 3 work. And we could load more and see. Okay, there's the Unit 3 test, right? Let's go to the grade book and see how the student did on the Unit 3 test. So the only reason why I'm going through this is just because this is the kind of stuff that you're going to have to do to like figure out what's going on, right? So here's your Unit 3 test, Part 1. Student got a C, and there's Part 2. Student got an F. So I would find out, personally, if it were me, I would find out if I can go back and do these quizzes that I have F's on and maybe just kind of refresh my memory, watch the videos real quick. And can I go back and do the quizzes that I missed so that I can recuperate my points? Or if I did poorly on a quiz, can I retake it? And that's just a matter of emailing the teacher or going into their help room. You can find your teacher's schedule in your Class Connect schedule, or you can find their contact information under the course materials. There's the teacher contact information. And there it is, Jessica Price. So she's got a phone number, she's got her office hours, and she also, I'm sure if you emailed and said I need help today, would probably figure out a time to do that. And she shows you how to go to contact my teacher on your homepage right here. So yeah, teachers are here to help. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Have an awesome day. I hope that this video was helpful.